I would love to do super fucking fast go-karts again. That was a blast.
We could do that whenever this COVID thing is over and we do our little PKA meetup trip. I'm sure there's something like that here in Atlanta. We could do that.
Yeah.
I got my heart set on Six Flags. We could do both. I don't fucking care. I live here. You know, ain't no.
I thought it was
y'all the ones traveling away from home.
And
what?
I thought that was a fan meetup, and some people seem to think it's a content creation trip. And I need to see what the Patreon said.
Yeah, I'll read the fine details. I was under the
I thought it was a live recording of the show.
I think any of those things cover like a meetup.
We need to look into what we promised and meet our promise.
Fuck do we agree to?
Exactly. But we agreed to something.
Looks like Taylor's out of liver.
Yeah. Oh man, but I need that.
I want to do what we agreed to. Like, I don't want anyone to be like, oh, they didn't deliver on that. Like, that's important to me. What did we agree to exactly? I don't know.
Well, once the COVID thing's over, I'll take time off if I need to make sure this gets done.
Where the fuck is the?
That'd be fun. Meeting up.
I'll look for it too.
Palling around.
This doesn't count as fact checking.
No. I'm on the page. I mean, let's take a moment to. This is a good topic. I'd like to know what we're going to do here. All I'm seeing is like what you get for like individual amounts.
So it says this. I'll read it carefully. If we can get 10,000 per month, we will fly all the hosts to a special location for a special episode of PKA. That to me implies a show where we're in the same location.
That seems like we all go somewhere to like an Airbnb with a giant table. We bring all our mic setups, and then we do it more of like a traditional radio show instead of, right?
Yeah,
that's exactly what that is.
There was a guy in my Twitch chat who is a videography expert who offered to help with the production on it. So it might be wise to tap into him. I don't know. I should have brought this up in private, not public. But
no, we can talk about. I mean, so another thing.
Doesn't matter,
was he offering to do it for free?
I think. If not, he sounded. I'm sure it'd be reasonable. But I think he wants to
another
do it for
option. Just throwing this out here.
That's where I'm going. Yeah, I think so. But anyway, go ahead.
500, you said?
That's the episode name. That's the right.
Yeah. Chad and Eric are down here. Like it would be interesting to do one in person and also have a guest in person. And the only person I know around here who's like a big YouTuber is
Iraq
Eric.
Veteran.
Iraq Veteran 888. Okay. Which is not short for Hail Hitler. Hail Hitler. The eights are nothing to do with that. Yeah, 88.
No, he's just a big Patrick Kane fan.
The eighth letter of the alphabet is the H. So 88 is like a white pride thing. That is not why he used that. He explained it to me once. I just don't recall exactly what it was.
I didn't know that one.
Assholes on the internet. He's a very nice guy, not a racist at all.
HH is how Hulk Hogan signs his tweets.
That's right. Hulk Hogan. That's what it's all about.
I love when like the way he writes his tweets, and it'll just be like, having a wonderful day. And just HH.
so yeah, just an idea like maybe we rent out one of those like conference rooms at a hotel. You've got that boardroom style table and all the wheelie chairs, and
that's a good idea.
And potentially, I could ask if Eric wants to be a guest for that sort of show. Like again, pretty big YouTuber who's right here next to me, and also Chad is pretty good videographer. He's got a collection of nice cameras, and he's good at video editing. Perhaps we could pay him a small fee to do something. He was always pretty affordable. Like when, I'd pay him to do work for me, like, and that was really in depth, right? We're out in the field and doing stuff, and it would be like
500's 11 weeks away, and I don't really have my finger on how COVID's going to do.
Is not going to be done.
I think we need to. So the COVID thing's real. I mean, like we were on lockdown here in Georgia, like no essential travel. Still today. That may be over tomorrow, but I could easily see it going back the other way. What I'm getting at is I want to do this. We all want to do this, and we're going to do this. But the current viral pandemic may slow things down a little bit.
Yeah.
However,
11 weeks means two things to me. Like, one part of me is like, that's way too far. This COVID thing is wrapping up in 2.5
Taylor
weeks.
has to get on a plane.
I have been incorrectly predicting
that.
the end of COVID for 2 months now, right? So let's keep that in mind. I also thought FPS Russia would never last once pumpkins went out of season, right? So, but
watermelons came, and
I was like, I don't see the future in this.
And then $2 are always in season.
Exactly. So, so 11 weeks, like in my heart, feels way too far away from now. This should be 3 weeks, but I also can see where 3 weeks might be way too close. And like you said, Taylor's on a plane. I want to go to Spain this year, and I have no interest at all in hopping on a plane. You do not want
to go to Spain this year.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And, well, it would be July. Where is this thing going to be in July? Is it over?
Maybe it's worse than it was. Maybe there's a resurgence. But what I'm getting at is, I just want to be clear. We're definitely going to do it.
Absolutely.
It's definitely going to have to be in Georgia because of my probation, unless COVID lasts for the next year or two. And I think we'll probably what we're going to do here is under promise and over deliver, because what we'll definitely do is a thing where we're all in the same room, potentially with our cameras like they are now, because that's easy and that fills the agreement that we made. However, potentially something more like Joe Rogan experience, right, where there's a camera on each of us and then there's editing to like click back and forth as each of us speaks. That'd be a cool episode, right?
Yeah, because you wouldn't just. Or no,
there's no need for these boxes at that point, right? Like we could all like be in like a horseshoe sort of thing, so that and there could be a wide shot, and then there could be individual shots, and you could go to like if someone's being very expressive while somebody else has stepped off to piss, we don't need the wide shot, right? Like we could have 4 cameras rolling. Like I don't think that's ridiculous to do, and you know.
I'm so cooped up. I'm actively looking forward to this.
Yeah,
sure. Like, man, I can't wait to go do the PKA thing. That'd be fun.
And I think what we could do too is like, I'm sure like if we're gonna meet up, like it'd kind of be lame if we just like did what we always do and then went our separate ways. Or
of course not.
I'm sure, I definitely want to have a dinner or something like that. But even more so, if you guys are down, I'd like to do maybe a day of fun. Yeah, right, where we do go-karts.
I was thinking 2 days of fun.
Yeah. I mean, you're traveling from Missouri. He's traveling from North Carolina. He's like 8 hours away, 10 hours away.
I'd probably drive.
Like,
Taylor's the bigger concern for me because he has to take a plane, and that's just a COVID transfer system.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to do that.
I got my heart set on Six Flags. I like
that. That doesn't have to be a content thing. That could be a day of fun.
For sure. Well, it'd be so easy to like make some quick little like just do like a roller coaster review. If you want to get that fucking search engine optimization mode, fucking review every coaster at Six Flags.
Let's do it.
I don't think this is good content, or might not even be allowed content, but my dumb nerd ass is like, can we do an escape room? Because that sounds like fun.
I've done an escape room. By the end, he was like, well, you didn't make it. Do you want to know what you should have done? And I was just like, no.
Me, Kyle, and Chiz did an escape room.
Not your cup of tea?
It was awful.
It wasn't awful. It was more that like, so the clue was very simple and straightforward, but we extrapolated it out so much that we're like, it can't possibly be that simple.
We were too smart for their game.
Look at the pattern here. That pattern is slightly reminiscent of this. All right, there has to be a whole horseshoe pattern that we have to put together. And then in the end, he's like, nah, it's more like you kind of just like, you're meant to just fall into this door at some point and it opens. It's like, oh, shit.
It wasn't very fun. Like
we'd have to find a better one. We could look at reviews. I would be down for trying one as long as it's not an hour-long one. I don't want to do.
I think they're out of vogue now, and it's like I think there was like a big rash of them, and it was like popular, and now it's not so popular, and I don't think there's going to be any like good ones.
Or maybe only the good ones are still standing.
Well,
maybe so.
That would be.
Yeah. I don't know.
A great idea for a fun day.
So I know it's. Worst case scenario, maybe Halloween at time of the year. That's when Six Flags does this thing called like Spooktacular, where they have like a Halloween thing,
Fright Fest,
Six Flags Day, Fright Fest or something like that. And then there's like a massive haunted house out here, and I know that might sound lame. It's fucking cool. It's fucking cool. You're getting led down these like creepy paths in the woods, and a dude jumps out of nowhere with a real fucking chainsaw and starts chasing you.
I lost
There's
a
like
tooth that way.
zombies. Huh?
Yeah, I was a young guy. I had a loose tooth. I went to it was a loose tooth that was bugging me for like 2 days. Like, look at how much this thing wiggles. And after the haunted house, it was like, I don't know where it went. I might have swallowed it, might have knocked it out, but I don't have it anymore.
So
yeah, that would be fun too.
So yeah, as soon as we're able to, like, the biggest concern to me would be a lot of shit here is closed right now. Like, there aren't any fun things to do. I guarantee the fucking go-karts here are not going.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking fall before.
Not
fun shit's
essential. Essential to me.
Unfortunately not. B, Taylor's got to get on a plane, and I don't know how brave he is, but you couldn't get me on a fucking plane.
How long is the drive, Taylor? Do you know? Like,
I don't know. When I go to Atlanta, I fly, but I do know that, like, all the tales of permanent pulmonary damage, especially where it's like, yeah, someone who was young and healthy and didn't even experience that many symptoms, they came down with it, and now they have 25% reduced lung function, and that might be permanent. Like, that really, the permanent organ damage is what scares me about this.
Yeah, that and potential. To me, I don't want to give it to any of my mom has a weakened immune system. She just has gotten over like a really serious bout with the flu, borderline life threatening. And my dad is older. He doesn't need to be getting this shit.
It's only like 8-9 hours. Not terrible.
I thought it was going to be farther.
Yeah. I guess it makes because St. Louis is like right in the eastern part, so not too bad.
Yeah,
mine's 6 hours, so I overestimated it.
Yeah, so either way, I'd rather fly than drive 8 hours by myself, and I do not want to fly until this shit is okay. Yeah, each way, alone.
Yeah, alone. Oh, that's no. Anyway, it's probably enough about that. But what I wanted to get across was definitely going to do it. We want to do it. I'm psyched to do it. And I've always wanted to do like an in-person like episode of the show, which I think is going to be very cool. I really want to try to make that. I love the idea of having multiple camera angles like what Rogan does, and having a table and everything, whether that's an Airbnb or a conference room. Conference room would be cheaper, but we really need strong internet. No, we don't. What the fuck do we need internet for? We don't need internet at all.
We'd be recording
all
live.
Fucking there. So anywhere could be the literally
do it at a loud bar and grill.
Do it in the woods. It doesn't fucking matter. We just need cameras and electricity. So that being said, definitely want to do that. But at the same time, whether we record it, make a series of videos about it or not, obviously the onus for that is on Woody. So
okay.
I mean, just being real here, I don't want to be like, I think it'd be really cool if we made like this full vlog where we were followed around all day and there was like 30-40 episodes and Woody's just like, where are we gonna put those videos, Kyle? Who'll be editing them? Oh, well, you would, of course.
Just put them unedited on my dead channel for no reason.
Why not? Nothing's
been uploaded in forever.
Or maybe upload them somewhere where there's like Patreon access. Hey, it's the Patreons who are paying for this content, so maybe they're the only ones who fucking get it.
Oh, maybe.
How you like that?
Maybe I'll Twitch stream us at the Six Flags. Yeah.
No, not unless I get a cut.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Okay.
If we divide $12 3 ways, Kyle, it's still not any
Then we can each look at a hamburger.
My chatters are very generous. Yeah.
I have had a little. Actually, I've been doing better the last week or two. I shouldn't.
Good. Those funnel you're gonna love the food at Six Flags. It's I'm sure it's like this.
I love carnival food.
You can smell those funnel cakes when you pull into the fucking parking lot. They're so goddamn.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
They go to town on them too.
Turkey leg the size of my head.
I don't think they do that.
They do it at Six Flags St. Louis.
Oh, maybe they do. I've never gotten food at Six Flags ever. It's so overpriced, and I'm there to ride.
Yeah, but I was 9. I didn't know what things cost. I just wanted a turkey leg because I saw a guy dressed up as a king walking around eating them, and I'm like, damn, that's the coolest guy that 8-year-old Taylor has ever seen. Is a guy who's probably a drug addict and 24, walking around hungover in a king outfit, having to eat his daily required turkey leg. But it looks tight.
I go to Six Flags like every year or so, and at least once. There's been some years where I went like 4 times. I get there at like Oh, I'm there when the gates open, already in line on like a Monday or a Tuesday morning, so there's fewer
I'm
people.
on board with
And
that.
and I don't leave until I ride every fucking ride twice in the whole fucking park, except for the water shit. I don't want to be wet at a.
Agreed. I'm not
Depends on
going
the
to a water
day.
park.
Nah, sometimes I need to cool off.
Yeah, but there's so much piss.
You just feel so gross.
Oh,
You just
well,
feel so gross.
You and I had different tastes in water.
Yeah,
I
like
even
to
would
cut out
ride.
piss.
There's this thing called the Monster Plantation, and I guess it's meant for kids. But me and my girlfriend would get in these little like floaty boat things that sort of bob and go real slow through like a cave, and there's all these animatronic things like critters that. And as you go through it, they start out really like wholesome and fun, like it's like the beginning of Wizard of Oz, like how the lollipop kids are like cool and sweet. And as you get like farther into it, it starts getting dark and like scary, and like the music starts getting like scary, and they're like ha 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 ha, like ghouls and shit with red glowing eyes. We would smoke weed the whole time, like going on the ride. Like we'd bring like a one hitter, which for Woody's benefit
Nice.
is
Little baddie.
it's a metal pipe that looks just like a cigarette, and the front of it is such that you can if you've got like ground up marijuana in a little baggie, you can take that thing and sort of do one of these into the pile of ground up marijuana, and now the tip of this metal pipe has packed ground marijuana, and you light it with a lighter, and it's called a one hitter because you take one hit off of it and it's all smoked. And then like to clear it out, because it's all ash now, and like you just blow. And
I was actually curious about that.
You just blow real hard, and it does just like that.
It looks just like a cigarette, but
just like a cigarette.
Someone watching you smoke this is never going to think, oh, he's enjoying a cigarette, because it's some guy taking a hit off of it and being like, man, that guy's holding a hit from his cigarette in his lungs for a long time.
That's why we do it on the Monster Plantation, because nobody can see you. Like each boat is far enough away from the other.
Smell you, though, right?
Everybody
smell.
Can smell that shit.
All I know is somebody in the cave smokes a little reefer.
You come out of there like, no one's the wiser.
We got shades on.
Absolute pot. Yeah.
So we get just smashed high on that thing. She and I just and you know, we've got such a small amount of weed, and she's gonna cop to it if anything happens anyway. And you know, we're just get super duper high, ride it twice so we can smoke a good like 5-6 hits a piece. So we're just smashed when we go to
And
the
is this
next
covered?
ride.
This is a covered ride?
Oh yeah.
And so you're coming out of there, the sun beaming, and you're just high as a kite. Like, oh,
I got my shades on, you know, I know where always. So yeah, Six Flags got so many fond memories. Since I was a child, I've gone there, and I love it. I love it so much.